Back at it again with another video. This is part 2 of why the name Dr. Champagne. Well, like I said before, it's identity. And like I say, your identity will be tested. Your identity will be challenged. People want to know, are you the real thing? And honestly, you got to know who you are in Christ and are you the real thing? You have to understand that. And do not fall in love with your title, director, whatever the job title may be, whatever the title in the family may be, whatever the title in whatever may be. You need to know who you are in Christ. You need to know who you are outside of all these man-made titles, because honestly, it doesn't really matter unless you're using it for something in that moment. It's a way to make ends meet. And what I mean by that is your occupation. It's a way to make a living. It's a way to take care of your livelihood and your shelter and, just the whole 9 yards. And that's where you have to understand whose you are in Christ. Your identity is so major, so important. And you have to have an unbreakable spirit to really go forward and believe in yourself, to really know what know yourself. And then show yourself, not just know yourself, show yourself. Show yourself that, hey, I got results. Dr. Champagne produced results. And that's where you will be meeting resistance because of your results, because of you are the real thing. You are what you say you are. And it will be attacked. It will be persecuted. It will be provoked. It will be stored and housed in areas that will do its best to make sure you're not your best. I'm not sure of the ways to make champagne go bad, but I know the best way to go bad for it to go bad is to open it. And just don't do nothing, just open it. Let the bubbles just come out. Wasteful. So don't allow yourself to be wasteful. Don't allow others to waste your time, your energy, your attention, your money, none of it. Because eventually, you will run out of supply. You will run out of everything that you need because it's being wasted. And that's not what you have to do. That's not what you want. You want purity. You want pressure. Love when that champagne go pop. Woo! That pressure, baby. That pressure. And your identity, your authenticity applies that pressure. Your identity, your authenticity applies that crisp, bold flavor that they know and love. And that's just a part of the program. That's a part of the process. You will not be liked because of your identity. You would not be liked because of your authenticity. You would not be liked because you have the audacity to stake a claim that I am what I say I am. And you won't, and people are gonna try you. They're gonna try you. That's what life is, all a test. And you gotta make sure you pass your test. You gotta make sure you raise the bar once you pass your test. Not only pass it, but raise it. Yeah, I see your test, I raise you an exam. I see you an exam, I raise you a qualification. I see your qualification, I raise you a fee. I see your fee, I raise you whatever it may be. You gotta understand that that's what's gonna happen at all times. It's gonna happen. And that's just, that's just gonna be a part of the program. And I just want everybody to understand that your identity is crucial. Not the identity that people used to call you as little baby, Ray Ray, Poo Poo, and all these other kikis and crap. I'm talking about who you are by yourself. For your family, for the family you create. For the family that you know that you're gonna have, and the person that you know you're gonna become to have it. Like I said in the other video, capacity. You gotta be able to understand that, do that, become that, be that, embody that. Time and time again. Time and time again. And don't think you get easier, baby. You get stronger, baby. You learn more. That's what you got to do, learn. And the more you learn, the more you grow in capacity, the more you get a chance to see yourself last month, 6 months later, 12 months later, 20 months later. You get to really have firsthand experience of your growth and of your the steps that you've made, not only with your identity, but towards your purpose, in your purpose, in your season. The season of preparation, the season of restoration, the seasons of prosperity, the seasons of favor. And you got to put your best foot forward to have all of it. But your identity has to be so gargantuan, so grounded, so in depth, to where even when you want to move, you can't move by yourself. God say, no, baby, only I can move you. Only I can make you go here and share your light here. Because it's where I need you at. I know where you want to be, but no, I need you here. It's dark over here. I need you to share that light over here. Dr. Champagne, share that light over here. Pop that champagne over here. Let them understand that God's people ain't far. We here. We here. And you got to be able to understand that and grow that and show that. I'm going to do my best to show living proof that Dr. Champagne come from God. I'm going to do my best and walk it how I talk it to let them know that I'm living proof that you better go through God to get to me. Ain't that right? So, and guess what? That champagne hit you hard. Now them bubbles will make you lay down on the floor. Drink all that champagne you want to. Shoot, don't mess around. Drop the bottle on your foot. Oh, now you hurt. So, things come with things. There are consequences and stuff. And you just got to understand that. You got to know that there's consequences to it all. And God paid the ultimate price. Jesus paid the ultimate price for us. But I'm going to tell you right now, there's some more prices that's going to be paid because of the type of life that people live. That price has to be paid each and every time. And the more you understand that, the more you get that, the more you see that, it's going to rise. It's going to rise. Champions rise. Champions know what it means to be a champion. Champions understand that you need to do this in order to prepare for that season when you're tired, to prepare for that season when I don't want to do it no more, coach. Well, guess what, baby? I know you don't, but you prepared for this moment. You did all this sacrificing for these last 2 minutes, for these last week, for these last 4 days. You did all this preparation. And we need you to produce at this very moment. We need production. We're going to pass you the ball because we need production. We're gonna make sure we make you a designated hitter because we know we need production from you. And I can't call on nobody else. I know you're tired, but we need you to bring out the best at this moment. That's why you're a pro. That's why you are everything that you say you are. You're supposed to be at any moment. When they call on you, that's what you need to do. What you asked to do. This ain't about your mama and your daddy, my boy. This about your ultimate father and what you willing to do. What you willing to do. You willing to lay it all on the line? Are you willing to lay it on the line? You got to ask yourself the hard questions. Look in that mirror and ask the hard questions, and something's going to come out. Something's going to be coming out. Something gonna come out that champagne. better figure out what it is.